TAO, TAO has been on an absolute tear lately, rallying just recently over 30% in a short period of time and catching the attention of traders and investors across the market. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down just exactly what's driving this move, the key levels I'm watching next, and where TAO could be heading to if this momentum continues to build. There's a lot happening technically here, so let's jump right on into the charts, take a closer look. Earlier this year, TAO had completed what's called a bullish shark, which is a harmonic setup, which is a sequence of Fibonacci's that has a set list of ratios, a set list of targets, and generally takes a little bit of an elongated time frame to unravel. In this case, the setup started back here in August of 2024, completed in April of 2025. So about 8 or 9 months to get to that completion zone. We hit the bottom just about when the tariff war woes were at peak back in April of 2025, earlier this year, like I said. And from here, we have a few major targets, one of which I scooted it over originally. I was looking for it around here, but you always have the main target of the shark setup, and that is the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. All right, so this region is the main target because this is where you can easily turn this into yet again another reversal, even if it's short term, called the 5-0. And that means that we would reject off of the 50% retracement, so aka the 0.5 fib. I'm just going to scoot this over so that we can look at how the price actually reacted around this region back in May. And we did just that. So you came up, we hit this level here. We obviously came around it. We flirted with it for a few days, but ultimately we stayed below. And that again turns this into what's known as the 5-0. And that takes us back down to the 5-0 target box, which is between the 886 and down to the 1.13, a very wide box. Yes, but ultimately all we need to hit is the 886 for this to be valid, and from there we look for it to bounce back yet again. Now on October 10th, when we had that huge wick down on most altcoins, TAO actually came right down into that 5-0 box. At the time it was about a 50% drop from that region and has since recovered that area, and now the big key level yet again remains to be that 0.5 Fibonacci. So until we got above that, it's pretty much just range bound in that region, but flipping this key level has implementations here that could send TAO up very quickly to the next major targets. Now I've been covering this setup ever since we actually made that low back in April and targeting these targets along the way, and just a few days ago I had made this last update on TAO within the Discord. You can see here this was about 3 or 4 days ago here on the 28th of October, noting that if TAO can flip this $456 once and for all, we have a 50% move up on our hands. Again, this is the DataDash Pro Discord where I post all my daily setups, all my analysis, my academy videos that cover everything I cover here and more, all the tools and indicators I use, any kind of educational content. I have exclusive member-only market updates, stock market reviews, short-term day trade, swing trade setups for the week, you name it. If you would like access to those updates as well as Nicholas Merton's monthly Dash report, check it out at datadashpro.com. Link is down in our description below. But otherwise, we are back again at that $456 level, breaking through it pretty commandingly at the moment. I'm looking to see this have a daily close here in just a few more hours from time of recording. And then as long as we are living above this region, we can anticipate a sizable move. And I do have this major quarterly level marked off here, this 578. Wouldn't overlook it, but ultimately of this overall setup here, again, this is a bullish shark setup, right? And this has the 3 major targets, one of which has already been very well met. And if we flip that, usually it is a all gas, no brakes type of move up to the secondary target, which is the 886, which takes us to approximately $678. We more than likely will hit our head around that region if we were to get through this area. And then from there, I ultimately imagine we push up to the final setup or the final target of this, which is $819. This shark setup is one of my favorite setups in the crypto trading game right now. It's been probably the #1 setup in crypto for the last few years. Bitcoin has respected these very well. A lot of the altcoins also. Again, nothing's perfect in trading and investing and analyzing these things. So $456 really is that key level. So we'd like to see us hold above that here. And if so, I think we have a really big move to the upside on our hands. Key thing to be aware of though, folks, is to remain level-headed. I'm not pointing this out to say go out and buy this asset right now. now. A lot of times, again, when we are in the midst of these moves, I'm more so talking to someone who's already invested in this asset and just kind of alerting you to where this price could go, or if you had been looking for it or wanting to get into it and tomorrow we wake up to a $678 move and you're like, what the heck is going on here? Just know that this is a very technical setup. This has been unwinding for several months at this point, and utilize that information to, your investing strategy to some degree. But again, I'm not coming out here and stating, trying to incite any FOMO to push anybody to go purchase this. I'm just pointing out the technicals on why we could see this move and how we've unfolded so far to get to this region. Again, this is actually one of the original posts here I made on TAO as we were coming into this with the update to the shark. This was on April 18th of this year. And you can see here, this was as we were just coming up off this level here, targeting $456 when we were trading around $250. This was an update, of course. I was targeting it as we came down to the completion zone. Main target was at $456. We've again kind of unraveled and accumulated down below it here. So if we are to flip that, we will likely see those next two targets met here. TAO's been showing incredible strength here lately, folks. It's definitely one of the charts I'm keeping a close eye on going into the next week. And remember that these kind of moves often come in waves, so knowing the key levels, managing the risk is everything right now. And if you would like access to my daily setups, in-depth analysis, educational material, as I stated already, you can join us over the community on DataDashPro.com. It's where I post all of my updates in real time. You also have access to Nicholas Merton's monthly Dash report as well. We'd love to have you. Thank you as always for watching, everybody. Stay sharp out there. I'll see you all in the next update. Until then, everybody, cheers.